Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm going to do a quick little sketch of this little bait shop that we visited over the weekend. And I decided I wanted to get out, get some photos. I even brought my sketch pad and some paints with me and thought I would do a little sketching on site. And so our first step was this D&D bait and tackle shop so my husband could get some live bait to go fishing. So while he was fishing, I would walk around, get some great photos, and again, try and do some sketching. So, it's so funny because you look at like just something like this simple little bait shop. And we pulled up to it, and I thought, this is just it's so charming. And of course, right here, I'm doing the housing that the wires come out of, and I just love that feature, whether it's telephone poles or light poles or this type of electrical. I think that's so cool. So we happened to be parked right in front of it, and I thought, oh, I love that. So I got out and took a quick photo and thought, well, I'll save this reference. And when we got home, I thought, I've got to sketch this. And this is in matte lachey, which I've done some other sketches of other buildings in matte lachey. Uh, I think two boat images as well, marinas. And matte lachey is just devastated. This little bait shop was out of service for a long time due to the hurricane. So it's nice to see them back in business. And it's interesting, like I said, you wouldn't think much of it when you would drive by something like this. But when you sketch it and bring it to life, it's just so cool that I have the opportunity to do that for such a simple little building. And so I love the way this turned out. So if you can stay with me till the end and see how it turned out, it just really, um, it's actually one of my favorites now. So I started off using a really nice quality 100% watercolor paper, 104, no, I think this is 130. Let me check real quick. Um, this one is the Bauhaus. It says 300-gram watercolor paper. So yeah, I'm starting off on a really nice piece of watercolor paper, and I went in with my pencil first to just kind of get a little bit of the idea of placement on the paper. And once I get that situated, then I go in with my micron pen, and this is a 01 pen. So you've got a couple little garbage cans in front, and a couple little, and two newspaper vending machines or whatever you call those. I'm not quite sure. And I did leave, as I'm looking right now, I'm like, that bench is right in front of the door. So I'm going to leave it out because I actually like it without. But if you're going to sketch this, feel free to put it in and maybe give it a brighter color. Maybe give that bench like a nice yellow or red or some type of brighter color than that gray. Because there's red in here, red in this image, so a nice, maybe the red bench would be nice. Add some wires here. And there's some little boxes. Attach the wire to that, it goes up. It's a little vent here. And there's a door that's slightly open to the right there, and then there's this door that's slightly open going inwards. But I love this. I do love this image because of all the signs. You've got the D&D bait and tackle, and then in the window here there were two neon signs, a Bud Light with a shape of the Florida State. You've got the neon open sign, and then a Pacifico beer neon sign on the other side. And I just added a couple palm trees. I don't know what it was. It might have been a bird. I'm not quite sure what the. It wasn't lit when I was there, so I don't know what it was. So I just added a couple palm trees, so you can improvise. And then it says D&D bait and tackle, and then underneath that it's beer, cigarettes, ATM, ice, and soda. And then on the three signs that I put on the right of the building, you've got bait, tackle, and ramp. So as you could see all the way to the right of the building, there's like a little boat ramp that you can park there, and then you could put your boat in and then park your car there or truck. And there's all water behind there. It's really pretty. So I did, while my husband was fishing, I did break out my supplies and I did a couple little sketches. Here I'm going to erase the pencil underneath before I proceed with paint. And so I did sketch a little bit on site, which was kind of fun, but I don't have any way of filming it, so I'll have to get on that and figure out a way to get something that'll hold the camera so I can do some outdoor sketching for you guys. Some real true urban sketching, as they say. So I'm grabbing a larger brush to put in my sky. Nice big loose sky. With some cobalt blue. I'm going to add a little drip. Some spatters. I'm not being too neat. I'm just going ahead with this larger brush. I lost my drip there, so I added that back in. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a Payne's Gray for the ground. And this side of the building is a little bit more in the shade. And I'm going to add a few little clouds. Just going to do a little, grab the paper towel and just pull some of that paint off the paper and do some sweeping clouds. So I grabbed the smaller brush now to do some details. I've got the Zero Dugato brush, and I'm going to pop a little bit of red into the top of those garbage cans. There's a little pole on the side of, or on the corner there. And one newspaper vending machine is red. And I'll do a little outlining of the letters in the signs. And back in the back there, we've got some, I forget what they call those, mangrove trees, which are, they clean the water and protect protect the land. They're very, very important. A lot of them got damaged during the past hurricanes, but they're coming back. Things grow really fast down here. And I put a little bit of water back there with a little turquoise. Adding some Payne's Gray. And I just put a little bit of brown on my brush for those posts, which is the gate. I'm going to do a little shadowing. I noticed there was a little bit of the sun on the angle on that front door, so I took a paper towel and blotted that off, so it looks like there's a little shadow just on the top of the door, the open door going inwards. So now I have my 0.5 micron pen, and I'm going to go around and put in all of the little details like the siding and any planks like this here window area has, oh, there's some little features on the left here, some little boxes, electrical work, wires. And now I'll go ahead and put in the little wood planks. And just a little outline this sign a little bit better. And then we've got the siding going straight across. I'm going to try and not go over that pole. And then we've got some lines going down, almost like it's like a pole barn, so it's like a metal side of the building. And those lines get smaller and smaller as they go back. And then the rooftop is very janky, very, very janky. It's kind of just, I don't know what that is, a metal roof. So I'm just going to add a little bit of detail there. We've got two light fixtures all the way in the back right there. And then outline a little bit of the garbage cans. So I do like this part because it's just, you gotta kind of look around, see what you want, what you want to pop. And it just really makes a huge difference. And I don't do the full letter. I just do a little bit of darker area of the letter of each letter and leave part of the letter on the thin side with the 01 that I originally put down. It just gives it something different. I'm going to go over the neon sign lettering one more time. Give a little bolder line around the window there. And the open sign. I'll darken in some of these features on the electric box and some of the boxes that are located on the side there. There's a little vent there. See those little things are so fun to do. I want this little gate to stand out, so I'm gonna make that a little bolder. Little garbage can all the way in the back there, and some dock post. I'm going to get a smaller 0.1 again and put in some gravel and some little stones. Just add some dots, some little tiny circles. So what I do is I just kind of sit with this for a little bit, and then I add a few more things, and I'll show you the finished sketch and go over what I added. So I added some little cracks to the driveway, and I took a real light shade of yellow ochre and just put it on the front of the building just to kind of grunge it out a little bit. And then some of the siding, I went just on the very edge and made it a little bit darker. So it looked like they're older and, a little more weathered. Let's see. Oh, and some shadows by the door and the garbage cans. And I think that's about it. So yeah, this is my finished sketch of D&D Bait and Tackle. So, and this is in Matlacha, Florida. So I hope you enjoyed this sketch, and thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would really help me out. I'd appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up. And if you have a comment or question, please feel free to reach out. I'll leave all the supplies I used below in the description, and I will be posting another video in a week. Thank you again, and bye for now.